Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community on the planet. Today is Saturday, August 5th. Hope you're having a great weekend. And in this video, we're going to be discussing my top 5 MJ holdings for 2023. Getting a lot of questions about this. Wanted to do a dedicated video. I did one in the past, but wanted to give an updated one. But we'll go through this here and more. I do want to touch on a couple of catalysts that we're looking at into the fall. Very, very bullish on the space leading into the fall. And then a couple other things I want to address as well. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future live streams or when I post a new video. Speaking of posting and videos, I just posted the rapid fire news update for July 29th to August 4th. It's a new format, getting a lot of good positive feedback from this, but essentially it's going to be around 10-15 minutes where I just do rapid fire news and I give updates on what transpired over the previous week. And it's not meant to go into deep dive details or anything like that. It's just to bring things up that I think are important, the most important, and some things that you might have missed, and then you can research it on your own time. But let me know what you think of that new video format. Also, make sure to follow Pow Group at Group Pow on Twitter. I'm going to be starting to use Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now X. I'm going to be starting to use X a lot more, and I'll be able to give more real-time updates on there as well. So make sure to go over to Group Pow is the handle and follow there. I did post this video. As you can see here, my top 5 MJ stock holdings. This was back on January 7th, 2022. So it's been a minute. So I wanted to come on and do an update here. Like I said, getting a lot of questions recently, and it was a great idea to do an update on this and a good topic for a video. As I mentioned before, Tilray was in my top picks. Hexo was actually my top in that previous video, but ever since Tilray acquired Hexo, obviously Tilray is now my biggest holding. So Tilray Brands, my biggest holding out of any MJ stock. And keep in mind that this is not financial advice. This is just my own personal top 5 holdings and the top 5 MJ stocks that I have in my portfolio that I'm bullish on. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. My thoughts and opinions, my top 5. I'll never tell you to buy, sell, or hold, and I'm not a financial advisor. So don't take anything I say to heart and buy because of it, right? Like, anything that I say is don't go and make buying decisions off of it or selling decisions, right? You need to consult with your financial advisor and buy it because you want to, or sell it because you want to, not because some dude on the internet told you to, right? So I've never invested personally in an MJ company that went insolvent or bankrupt. Hexo got bought up by Tilray, but personally I'm diversified, so I've never really had that risk of only, being in one stock and what if it goes bankrupt, what if it goes insolvent. Diversification is key in my opinion. So I have over a dozen MJ stocks in my MJ portfolio. I have Canadian producers, US producers, I've got Canadian retailers, US retailers, and then I've got ETFs both in Canada and the US as well. So my second biggest holding is Curaleaf, and I'm very, very bullish on that MSO, multi-state operator in the US. And like I said, I think Curaleaf and Tilray are probably going to be the two biggest. And we know that Curaleaf founder Boris Jordan and chairman said that they'd already be paying a dividend if it wasn't for 280E tax code, which I've got some articles I want to touch on here and a catalyst that we're looking at into the fall. But they would already be paying a dividend more than likely, if not for 280E. Let that sink in for a minute, right? And then they said they've already paid over $340 million to the US government under that 280E tax code. And I'm very bullish, very, very bullish on them from like an international perspective as well, especially Germany and other markets. And third on the list is Organigram. I really like Organigram. They may even be a buyout target. We'll see. But I'm really liking their financials, their path to profitability, and their products are very, very good as well. And I think it's just a really well-run company. Actually, in my old stopping grounds in the Maritimes here in Canada. Fourth on the list is Cannabis Biotech, so ticker symbol LOVE. Very, very bullish on this one as well. I think that the stock is absolutely due for massive upside potential, and I just did a video on their earnings as well. They were profitable, and if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. But you can start to see that I've got some retailers, and I've got some US producers, some Canadian producers, and then the large cap, and then some smaller caps. I think Cannabis Biotech, with only a market cap of around $90 million, I think this company is extremely undervalued and has been a great steward of capital. And I think the products are absolutely amazing, and the demand, they haven't expanded to the rest of Canada yet, let alone into the US. And I've done some interviews with the CFO, Nick Sosiak. I'm going to be doing another one here at the end of the month. But essentially, they have plans for the US as well, and then even beyond, right? So the sky's the limit, in my opinion, with Love. And like I said, having such a small market cap, the multiplier effect is huge for LOVE stock. And then last but not least, High Tide. So that is my number 5. And like I said, these all go from biggest to smallest in terms of dollar value. But I'm very, very bullish on High Tide here in Canada. It's the retailer that has Canna Cabana. It's probably my preferred store, and they have the loyalty program. They've got pretty much all MJ consumers, right, are going to shop here, and the numbers that they keep posting, their revenue, it's one of the best run companies here in Canada, and it's been winning awards. I think this is going to be one stock to hold for the long term, and I think they're going to be here in 5, 10 plus years from now. And that's going to be the trick, right, is finding stocks that are going to be here in 5, 10 plus years, right? And then, like I said, having diversification and not just having all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. But here's the article. New Jersey governor signs bill to let MJ businesses claim state tax deductions as partial 280E workaround. That was 3 months ago. I've covered that heavily. But look what just came out one day ago. We're starting to see game theory playing out and the dominoes starting to fall. Maine governor signs bill allowing state-level MJ businesses tax deductions that are prohibited under federal IRS 280E code. And again, that was one day ago. And we know that the feds are aiming to finish MJ rescheduling, the scheduling review this year. So we could get rescheduling or we could get descheduling. And that was from top Biden official telling MJ Moment. And then, like I said, if we get rescheduling to Schedule 3, which I think is the most likely, and that I think is the most probable catalyst to lift us out of this multi-year bear market and start a new multi-year bull market. I think we're going to get Schedule 3, and then anything over 1 or 2, it just can't be 1 or 2, or else 280E remains. So as long as we get 3 or higher, or even descheduled, 280E will no longer be a burden on these companies, and Curaleaf, in my opinion, is going to absolutely take off at that point. Like I said, they'd already be paying a dividend if it weren't for 280E, and that's right from the horse's mouth, the founder of the company. So, and then we could also see safe banking. We know we're on August recess right now, so in about 5 weeks or so, we're going to see Congress pick things back up again. And Schumer said that they have good progress on MJ banking bill, saying it has always been a priority, but safe banking as it's written right now would not solve 280E. So we could get safe banking and we could get rescheduling to Schedule 3 all in one go here leading into the fall, which would be absolutely massive for the space. And like I said, these stocks will absolutely just complete parabolic euphoric mode, right? We'll probably see easily, if we get rescheduling, we'll see 200-300+% on some of these names. And like I said, I'm taking a diversification approach, and I've never been more bullish on these companies, on this space. It's medicine of the future. I'm just so grateful to be alive and experiencing it and having this opportunity to invest in this amazing industry and medicine in the future. And there's going to be, our children and our children's children are going to look back and they're going to wish that they were in our positions, even though stocks are down 80-90% plus from all-time highs and February 2021 highs. Just change your mindset. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and in my opinion, just more time to accumulate. But let me know in the comment section below, what are your top 5 MJ holdings, and we'll continue the conversation there. Always love hearing from you. Going to end it there, though. It's Rod with Pal Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Like, share, follow, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.